Join me as I delve into the question of whether it's worthwhile to achieve everything in life, if it means losing yourself in the process. Have you ever stopped to think about what really matters in life? We often find ourselves seeking success, wealth, and status, but at what cost? The idea of conquering the world, but losing one's soul, has been a concept debated for centuries. It is a question that makes us reflect on our priorities and values. Society often equates success with wealth, and it's easy to get carried away by that mindset. We are constantly bombarded with images of luxurious lifestyles, expensive cars, and brands. It is as if they tell us that the more we have, the more successful we are. But is that true? Doesn't this way of thinking lead us to prioritize material goods over our well-being and relationships? This limited definition of success can have a profound impact on our well-being. When we focus only on accumulating wealth, we can become empty and dissatisfied from within. We can have all the attributes of success, but if we don't nurture our minds, bodies, and spirits, we're not really living. Think about it. What's the point of having a lot of money if you feel unhappy, lonely, or dissatisfied? The pressure to conform to social expectations can be overwhelming. We are often encouraged to work long hours, sacrifice our personal lives, and prioritize our careers above all else. But is that really worth it? Doesn't our inner peace, our relationships, and our sense of purpose matter as much as our bank balance? Let's explore this idea further by analyzing various perspectives on material goods versus spiritual fulfillment. Some people believe that having too much money and possessions brings happiness and security. They argue that with wealth, we have the freedom to pursue our passions and live life on our own terms. On the other hand, others believe that true fulfillment comes from within. They argue that when we focus on spiritual growth, self-awareness, and personal development, we find a deeper sense of purpose and meaning. For example, think of a person who has made a fortune but has no one to share it with. She feels lonely, isolated, and unhappy. Compare that to someone who has chosen a simpler and more meaningful life, surrounded by loved ones and pursuing their passions. Who really won the world and who lost their soul? The consequences of prioritizing wealth over the soul can be serious. When we neglect our inner life, we may become disillusioned, anxious, or even depressed. We may feel that we are living someone else's dream instead of ours. On the other hand, when we prioritize our spiritual health, we find peace, clarity, and direction. To conclude, let us summarize the main points discussed. Winning the world but losing your soul is a real risk. When we prioritize wealth and material goods above all else, we can become empty, dissatisfied, and unhappy. Finding a balance between material success and spiritual health is crucial. If you are thinking about this, I want to know your opinion. Share your opinion in the comments below. What do you think is the true value of winning the world but losing your soul? Also, be sure to check out our other video about finding purpose and meaning in life.